What's going on, everyone? It's Big Worm. Going to do a Awaken Chaos Era video. Today we're going to go over the patch notes from the most recent patch. Let's see. So first off, looks like we have some new updates. They added 3 new legendary heroes. Let's take a look at those guys. I already made a video of pulls and I didn't get them. So I'm no longer pushing to get them. I usually buy maybe 1 pack, and then from there I'm done. But one of the new heroes is going to be, I'm pretty sure this is Fianna. So she is Leaf. Looks like she's part of the Holy Light Empire. She does have S tier attack. She does have A health and A crit. Let's look at her trait. Warmonger. Grants a shield with strength equal to 20% of max health for 2 turns upon gaining any positive effect. Cooldown 1 round. Negative 6% damage taken before attacks. Down to 30% per positive effect on this character. So it looks like she takes less damage. Up to 30% less damage based on positive effects. I wonder if this character is going to stack with like the dragon scale armor effect. That would be pretty beneficial if she was in the arena. I noticed a lot of the characters now are coming out are single target damage. Looks like on the Ascension it gets up to 50%. So 50% reduced damage based on how many positive effects she has. So that's pretty interesting. She does look pretty cool. I haven't gotten her yet. Let's see. Her basic attack, Blended Strike, deals 150% damage to an enemy and grants random stats up to this character for two turns. So that's interesting to see the random stats up. And we all know what random stats up are. Looks like it can be attack up, defense up, speed up, crit rate up, or crit damage up. If you're trying to speed tune stuff, I'm pretty sure the speed up thing might throw you off. Let's look at her passive dash. This character attacks with an additional dash under 3 or more positive effects. So this character attacks with an additional dash under 3 or more positive effects. So I mean I guess if you're trying to use this trait, Warmonger, I guess it kind of contradicts itself here. So you want to have her under 3 or more positive effects, dealing 120% damage to an enemy while extending their stats up positive effects by 1 turn. So that's pretty neat. So her passive will keep her positive effects up. And then we have her ultimate, Unbridled. Grants a duplicate of all positive effects on any non-boss enemy and deals 250% damage to the target. Grants invincible for 1 turn. So it looks like, she's really built for positive effects, and 250 damage on a ultimate, it's not bad. I mean, she does have A tier attack. So it looks like she's not real fast. 30% base focus. So I mean that's pretty neat for a oh, she's a legendary. I thought she was an epic. Well, so they added 3 legendary heroes. Let's move on to the next one. It's going to be of, I think this is Croesus. This is going to be Kasim. He looks, typical treasure goblin, huh? Look like S tier attack and A crit rate. So if I was to compare just the stats, looks like it might be a little bit weaker than the previous one we looked at, but let's look at his abilities. Trait Home Ground. Reduces damage from area damage enemy abilities by 30%. So here's another damage reduction trait. What is 100% dodge? Doesn't say grants. Oh, okay, on the Ascension, grants dodge up at the start of the round. So that's really 100% dodge at the start of the round. So that's a pretty strong ability, or a strong trait. Look at his basic Daggers of Plunder. Deals 150% damage to an enemy with a 50% chance to steal one positive effect while ignoring resistance. That's definitely the stealing a positive effect. His basic 150% damage. So he's gonna be pretty strong. And then we got his passive Sixth Sense. Removes a control effect upon any area damage, enemy ability, and counterattacks for 150% damage against whichever enemy has the highest attack. This character is next to Act. Wow. So, I mean, just reading it, he sounds really strong. I mean, to counterattack on people using area effects, I mean, if he didn't have this giant hat on. But he's interesting looking. You know, he looks like a little treasure goblin. I think there should be more goblins in the game. And then, of course, his ultimate, Fatal Blow. Grants dodge up, removes one positive effect, and deals 200 damage to the target, which scales based on the amount of health lost and ignores element stats of the target. Abilities cooldown shortened by 2 turns upon defeating a target. So, I mean, this guy, reading it, it sounds amazing. Super slow, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're going for the counterattacks, I mean, 150% damage on a basic. The ultimate looks really strong. I mean, I think he's going to be a big contender. I think everybody's going to be using him if you have him. So I'm about to do more pulls right now. Then the last one. Let's scroll over. This one? Man, they could have made that a lot cooler if they used an M instead of an H. She would have been Mayhem. Like, you know, like a cheap way to say Mayhem. But she's interesting looking. Looks like it's straight out of Zelda, you know. The spear and all. The trident. So, looks like it's a water, of course. She looks like she crawled out of the water. She's got some good fingernails going on there. Another attack character. So this one's 1496 S tier attack, crit rate. Kind of slow, but let's look at her abilities. So her trait, Sea Blessing, grants invincible for 1 turn upon tanking massive damage. So that's beneficial. I wonder if this is going to. I wonder at what point in her health would it stop. Because I know, like, Brand the Brilliance is kind of... It's kind of different every time, so... And then her Ascension effect grants invincible for 1 turn upon taking massive damage. So it reduces the cooldown by 2 rounds. So this can only happen once every 4 rounds. So another attack-based character with a defensive. And here we have another legendary with just attack up instead of attack up 2. Deals 100% damage to an enemy and grants attack up to this character. At least it's on her basic, so she'll basically always have attack up. Special Wave Rage. Counterattacks, dealing 80% damage to all enemies with a 50% chance of applying defense down. Wow. That's really neat. It's gonna be super powered. So counterattack. So basically counterattacks like Asrina counterattacks, right? But this one applies defense down. So it's only a 50% chance, but still cooldown 1 round. Like, that's crazy. So she's again gonna be super strong. Oh, and here we go. We got an AoE. So this is cool. Whirlpool of Fate Ultimate deals 120% damage to all enemies. Damage scales with the amount of team damage taken. So you would want her to be slow if you're going to use her ultimate. So, I mean, that looks really strong too. So far, I mean, I'm just reading them. You know, playing the character is going to be way different. Let's look at, I think Azrina's special deals 100% damage to all the enemies. And this is a counterattack. Not sure how that one works. Was it her trait? Okay, her trait was the one. Counterattacks dealing 50% damage to all enemies. So if you've used Azrina in a kind of Avarice set, as you all know, I use those sets on pretty much everybody with an AoE. If you've done it, you know she clobbers people. So if this character is, I mean, it's the same 80% damage. I mean, I'm pretty sure this counterattack is going to shut people down if you put her in an Avarice set, which you probably will because the ultimate's an AoE. So that's pretty neat. There is one new epic hero, Orchi. Orchi is a wood hero. Let's see, where's Orchi? Not this guy. Oh, it is this guy. Oh, he's interesting looking. Looks like a little Trent. Nice pointy shoes. Kind of elfy. A-tier attack. So, he's about 250 less attack than the legendaries. He's kind of slow, so let's see what his abilities are. So his trait, oh, he is a Trent. Trent Wrath. Reduces attack damage taken by 40% and then counterattacks with Treant Punishment. Cooldown 3 turns. And on the Ascension, he grants attack up 2. So, I mean, we have an epic that grants himself attack up 2 and legendaries that grant themselves just attack up. So, attack-wise, they'd probably balance out. Attack up 2 is going to give you 50% more attack instead of 30, so they'll probably have just as much attack as a legendary. So I think he's going to be really strong. The cooldown's 3 rounds. Attack up 2 lasts for 2 turns. So basically, every third round he wouldn't have it up, but he'll put it back up. So that's really pretty strong for a trait. I'd like to see strong traits like that on more characters. We still need to see a hero that blocks traits. Like, I know it would probably be overused, but there should be one with like a castable counter that blocks traits or shuts traits down. Here we go. The basic is Wood Spike. Deals 120% damage to an enemy and grants defense pierce up to this character for 2 turns. So 120% damage on a basic for an epic is pretty good. I would definitely build him. Grove Shield, his passive, 100% chance to gain 1 bonus turn upon defeating an enemy. So every time he kills somebody, he gets another turn. We've seen that with a couple other characters. It's really a neat passive. And then his ultimate, I'm probably going to massacre this word, Imbibing Strike. Removes all negative effects, deals 200% damage to an enemy, and recovers health equal to 40% of the damage dealt. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown when ascended. So that's really that's a pretty neat ultimate. Let's see, this just removes all negative. So he removes all negative effects from himself, deals 200% damage to an enemy, and recovers health equal to 40% of the damage dealt. So, I mean, you're just going to build this guy all damage and probably need to put some speed on him. I mean, the cape is kind of... He's interesting, a wood hero. And then they added an event. So we got an advanced summoning up for the new hero, Kasim. So this is 300%. I know... I know it says 300%, but really it's only going to increase it to, 3%. I feel like they've I feel like they've put light dark heroes in the same boat with just legendary. Oh, it says includes light dark. So they might as well just remove this 0.1. So they did do it. Because I've seen a lot of people getting light and dark heroes. I myself have gotten several recently. So that's really neat that they did put that in there. They added new gameplay, the Chosen Faction Challenge. So I've already been kind of going through this Chosen Faction Challenge. It's pretty neat. Make sure you read these, because each one we'll do this one real quick. At the beginning, it tells you what you need to do. So this one says you can only suffer 1 hero casualty, clear in 15 rounds. That's not going to be a problem at, higher ends of the game. But if I just throw in some AoE, there's a lot of people that probably won't have a whole lot of heroes to use for this, so you might not be able to get 3 stars in every round. But it's typical 3 waves. These guys this is the first one, so they're really low level, but I'll show you. You want to click on the level every time so you can see what you need to do to get max stars. I screwed up when I did it the first time. I didn't realize what was going on, because I just pushed the button and go. But so this one, I cleared them all, got all 3 stars. So now we're going to go to the next one. So if you click on it first, it tells you, must include an elite hero. So, let's take out Tia. Let's throw in Mary just to have an elite hero in there. I mean, I've thrown in just anybody. As long as you got 3 people that are going to hit a home run, it doesn't really matter. And that little explosions, I've been using that in here because it just kills the first wave. Wouldn't it be nice if she did that much damage in the arena? These guys are all low level though. Which Boolin, I use Boolin all the time. She's super strong. I say that about every hero I know. It's all in the gear. It's all in the gear. So we got 3 stars again because I used an elite hero. Let's go into the next one. So click on it. No fire heroes allowed. No fire heroes on this team. I can take Boolin back. Not like, I don't think all of them are going to get a turn anyway, but it's a pretty big patch. They did announce that the new Magic Pass hero will be God Fairy, so if you're playing a lot in the arena, God Fairy is really powerful. I even use them in Hard Tower when they have the damage reduction buff with God Fairy. You can steal the buff and put it on your team. So I definitely use that around that time frame. But I mean, you can see how it works. Cleared a couple stages, got 3 stars on each one. Just make sure you click on it, and then it shows you no wood heroes allowed. You just keep going till you run out of keys. And there's also a little boss stage. I don't have any keys left. I already ran it. It's hard. I haven't really been able to sit down and look at what I need to do. This one is, enemies to stack 10 spirit breaks die. I think that's where I'm failing at just level 4. I guess I either need to do more damage right up front, or I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if spirit break can be removed. But this boss, 50% resistance and negative 50 focus per negative effect on this character. So you can get him down 100% focus. Momentum grants 30% rage versus elementally disadvantaged targets. Loses rage from elementally damage. Dude, all these words. Tongue-tied. Elementally advantaged damage based on damage dealt. So he gets 30% more rage versus water. So don't take water against him. Revitalizing wood restores 1% of his max health at the start of the enemy's turn. Vicious Pounce damages an enemy and applies 2 spirit breaks. So, and it grants him 20 rage. God, this guy's got a lot of attacks. Soaring Strike damages all enemies and applies 2 spirit break. So basically, if the target is without... Oh man, so that's one of the things. So you want to have positive effects on everybody. Because if you have no positive effects, you're going to get 4 spirit breaks. So... 2 of those with any of his other abilities, you're dead. Your whole team's dead. Damage all enemies and grants 40% rage plus 10% upon attacking a target without a positive effect. So, again, everybody's got to have positive effects. Auto-cast massive damage against all enemies with Sonic Wave. Alright, well. So, as you can see, I already went through these. And I was just autoing, and I lost on stage 4. Now I know why. Maybe if I took the time to read that ahead of time, then I would have hit higher on this. But that's the new faction challenge event. I think it's neat. I haven't really looked into too much on it. They did add some new gear sets in the Forge as well. Let's see. So now we have Holy Avenger is out now. 20% focus plus a 30% chance to counterattack with a basic ability upon any attack. It is a... I think this is a 4-piece set. Oh, look! I can make some 4 or 5-star pieces. Sick. So yeah, like I said, 4-piece set. So 20% focus over 4 pieces, 30% chance to counter over 4 pieces. Basically, it's divine set with a focus bonus, so it's definitely better. There's no loss there, so that's a direct upgrade on the divine set. Thunder Punisher, 30% crit. 30% crit damage at the start of each round. Wow, so you can get 90% more crit damage. So that's crazy. I mean, that's going to be a strong set. It's a 4-piece, a Thunder Punisher. And the other sets we already had, so we know all about those. Looks like I have, what is this? 2 times chance to forge a higher star item. So apparently this little thingy you get from the event will increase your chances of getting a 6-star item. But chances of that one being worth using, I don't know. I have yet to make anything from the Forge that I can or will use. Oh man, there's no charms in here. That's a bad store. I know, I have no diamonds. I used them all to summoning. So that's the new gear sets. Magic Pass isn't out yet. Got another 1 day, 10 hours, and then God Fairy will be in this place. I always buy the Magic Pass. I mean, just the items alone, like the stuff you get from buying it, is worth it. All this stuff. I don't like buy the instant win one, but I always get the. I always buy it, so I'm whatever. I'm supporting the game I play. Let's see. Optimize the rules of the stacked view in the hero's interface. So I'm not sure what that means. I guess if you're looking at like rares and commons. So I see the stacks. I don't see anything different though. If you know, let me know, because I'm obviously missing it. I'm mechanically a smart person, but stuff like trying to see, maybe this is what they meant. Stacked, I don't know. I think that was always there. Let's see. Only level 1 heroes with initial stats can be stacked. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Heroes with the same level can also be stacked. So... what if I look at foodies? Oh, there we go. Well, so 6, yeah, so it stacked up my 5-star foodies. So that's pretty good. I didn't know I had that many made. Animation. Now there is no need to wait for ultimate animations to be played 50 times to skip the ultimate animation. Instead, no animations will be played in the arena, team arena, or sky duel anymore. So that's good. I mean, I got, you know, you get tired of seeing that stuff in the arena. It's cool. I mean, the animations are cool to watch the first, you know, 100 times. But, you know, it gets old. But that's all we have for the update. They did fix a few bugs. Looks like, I think that's what they did last night when they took the game down. Bug update. Bug issues. Well, they didn't put it in the notes, so I don't have anything for that for you. Well, I'm still making videos for the game. I know I've received some criticism over my reviews, but yeah, I never claimed to be an expert. I just throw some gear on some stuff and throw it in the arena, and I'm looking for big numbers. And if I don't see them, I'm just not impressed. So, you know, real-time arena, I haven't really had a lot of time to do it. I did make a video about it, and I pretty much was fighting myself over and over and over again. Which, you know, it's fun. It's fun. It was a little bit of content. But I know this was a long video. I appreciate everybody that watches my videos. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks.